on! Ah, fucks. What's wrong there, little boy? I mean, what's wrong, friend?
I'm having a hard time, mate. Progress has stalled. I've hit a training plateau.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry, I can't take you seriously talking like that.
Alright, lucky I'm here, because I've been in your shoes multiple times before.
What's in it for me?
Well, with my advice, I can give you 5 ways to break through a training plateau in the gym in this video.
I know exactly what you want to do now, eh? You want to film right in this spot, don't you?
Yeah, I would please.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
You're on, aren't you? Okay, so if I can't film here, I'll film somewhere else. You know those transitions I do when I clap and I move place?
Yeah.
Well, if you do it this time, I'll transfer to somewhere else around the house.
Alright. Wait. Isn't this going to be another party trick of yours?
Come on, man. Does it look like I'm joking?
Fine.
What a plonker.
Right. How are you? And bear in mind to start with that a training plateau, an actual plateau with strength building and muscle growth, tends to be a couple of weeks, so 2 to 3 weeks of simply no progress. If it's just like a one-off workout where, let's say, you didn't have much sleep and you were tired, drained, had a long day, then don't stress about this, as that is, again, just most likely a one-off rather than an actual plateau. So, first of all, the first tip I'm going to give you to break through your training plateau is simply look at your diet. The reason why I say this is because, first of all, well, if you're eating crap, you shouldn't really be expecting much progress, my friend. I'm sorry, as again, you can't out-train a bad diet. And the main thing I'm trying to say with look at your diet is because, of course, in order to actually progress and build strength and muscle, you need to put yourself in a calorie surplus so you can use those excess calories to apply progressive overload in your exercises. And if you're in a calorie deficit, so consuming less calories than you are burning, then it's going to be very hard for you to actually make progress. Plus, if you're in a calorie deficit and your goal is to lose body fat and you are actually maintaining strength, then you're doing a great job. That should be your goal when your goal is to lose body fat. Maintain muscle mass, whereas if you're trying to build muscle mass and strength, that shouldn't be your goal, otherwise you'll just gain fat rather than muscle. That's not very good, is it? So if your goal is to actually build strength and muscle, you need to look at your diet and you may be like, oh shit, I'm having way less calories than I actually need to progress in my workouts and put myself in the calorie surplus that's required. So again, if you're not in a calorie surplus and your aim is to build strength and muscle, don't be surprised that you've hit a plateau. So apply this tip and you may find that it will become much easier to progress in your workouts. Number 2, look at the intensity of your training. Now, there's 2 types of training. In this case, undertraining and overtraining. Both of the 2 are different, but both of the 2 at the same time are very helpful. Now, the problem with undertraining is, of course, not really giving your muscles enough stimulus to grow. So, I mean, if I'm doing an upper body day and I'm doing 2 sets of dips, 2 sets of pull-ups, then walking out, of course, I haven't really created enough hypertrophy for my muscles in order to, when broken down during recovery, to then rebuild stronger. And on the other hand, overtraining, if you're beating the shit out of your muscles and then you're still sore as hell and you feel weak, by the time it's the next workout, then signs are you are overtraining. So a simple test you can take, I guess, in this case, is that if your workout's finished and you feel you've got plenty of energy left in the tank, you're probably undertraining. If you're walking out the gym on your knees, actually that's not walking, that's crawling. Signs are you're probably overtraining. So what you've got to do in this case, do a bit of your research, do a bit of trial and error, and see what the right intensity is for you and your given goal in order to create enough stimulus into your muscles so that you come to the next workout, you are not only fresh, but also stronger. What's the third one? Oh yeah. Number 3. No, that's number 1. Number 3. Mix up your workouts. Now, I mean, there's a lot of stuff saying you got to mix it up every week because you have to shock the muscles and then they'll grow faster. One thing that can happen, which is why the concept of shocking the muscles has come about, is because over time, what can happen is that as you do the same workouts again and again weekly, what can happen is that your muscles can become very adapted to the style of training as they are getting used to the type of stimulus and the exercises and the rep range, all of that. They're getting more used to it every single workout. So I mean, if you're doing the exact same workout after about 5 months, then I mean, you really shouldn't be surprised that you've hit a plateau. And so this is where the concept of shocking the muscles come into play. But here I'm giving you a more intelligent and scientifically proven approach. Oh, sorry, smart ass. So what can happen in this case is that if you're doing the same thing over and over again, is that your muscles just get so used to it that they don't progress in it. So in this case, mixing up the workouts can give your muscles a different type of stimulus, so they have to adapt to the new style of training. So you can play around with it. You can change the type of exercises you're doing, the variations. Maybe one exercise you do 4 sets, why not do 3 sets? And instead of going 6 to 8 reps, why not go 8 to 10, you know what I'm saying? And instead of resting 3 minutes, why not go 2 minutes? Here and there, manipulate, mix everything a bit around so that not only you can make your workouts a bit more enjoyable and more interesting, this increased motivation can in turn maybe break through that plateau. Numero 4. Quattro. Number 4, sort yourself out. Okay, now you may think, oh Jake, coming a bit hard on me here, eh? No, okay, I'm not. But what I mean by sort yourself out is physically or mentally or both, you may actually have some issues you don't even know. So I mean, a common example being sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, mentally you're going to be more drained. And so with that said, physically you're going to fatigue quicker in your workouts. Science has proven that less than 6 hours sleep can reduce your potential total output in your exercises, as again, fatigue as an example can kick in quicker. So that is going to impact the amount of progress you could be making. And so therefore if it's impacting the amount of progress you're making, that's where you can stall. Feeling as stiff as a board, feeling really tight in all your muscles, maybe that's saying you need to improve on your flexibility. Because if you're not flexible enough, that can reduce your ability to perform the fundamental moving patterns of the given exercise you're doing. And so improper form, improper technique not only increases the chance of injury, but reduces the amount of potential gains you can be making. So with all that said, you're going to plateau much easier and quicker. And that's what may be happening with you right now. So take a deeper look into yourself, I guess you could say. Analyze what you're doing, and you may find that you're stumbling across some of these errors I've even mentioned in this video. And so when you can fix these, your ability to perform the given exercises you're doing in your workouts can improve. Therefore, you will be able to progress and break through the fat loss. Not the fat loss, we're talking about training here. Training plateau. Number 5, take a week off, aka a deload week. Okay, if all this just plateaus, especially with training in your workouts, just the thought of you not being able to make progress is quite draining and it's very demoralizing. So instead of, like, you know, trying to use this method and then that method and then they don't work, and then you're just wasting time trying to break through this plateau. I mean, why don't you just take 1 step back to take 2 steps forward? I promise I'll never do that again. So like, if you're tired, you feel weak, you don't want to go to the gym, just everything, nothing really seems to be going right. Instead of trying all these techniques, just take a week off, rest, relax, recover, and then come back to your workouts a week later, and you're going to be motivated as ever, you're going to be fresh as ever, you're going to feel strong even though you haven't trained in a week. And so you may find that after a week or 2 of training, you've actually began to start progressing again. Don't be afraid to take a step back, guys, because in the long term it can result in more progress, which is what we want. And so with that said, those are the 5 tips I wanted to tell you guys in this video in order to break through a training plateau, not only right now that you may be incurring, but in the future, because sadly it happens to all of us and it sucks. So yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helped. If this helped, let this guy know that it helped. If you enjoyed this video, these types of videos, this type of content, leave this video a thumbs up, comment down below, give me some feedback, show some love, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Stay tuned for future content, and I think when this video is going to be up, I'm going to be in Mexico. But with that said, the video schedule is not changing whatsoever, so I'll catch you guys in the next video.